The tree stood alone in the clearing, its gnarled branches twisting toward the sky like skeletal fingers. A remnant of a past long forgotten by most, it loomed over the land with an eerie presence. But those who lived near the forest knew its name, Deadwood. During the witch trials of the 1600s, the villagers of Black Hollow had dragged a woman to that very tree, accusing her of consorting with the devil. She swore her innocence, but their minds had already been made up. With a noose around her neck, she cursed them all with her final breath. Her body swung lifelessly from the limb, but her hatred lived on, and so did her presence. Since that day, Deadwood had been the site of countless tragedies. Hikers who ventured too close were found mutilated, their faces frozen in terror. Hunters went missing, their guns left behind, barrels bent as if by an unseen force. Even those who simply spoke ill of the tree in town met gruesome fates. A young boy's remains were found buried there. Even at one point, satanic cults started to meet there. It's also been the scene of a few suicides over the decades. A site truly filled with tragedy. It was just an old legend to Cindy and her friends. Something their grandparents told them to keep them from wandering too far into the woods. But when their car sputtered to a halt on a dark, desolate road, and Deadwood stood silhouetted against the full moon, the legend became reality. "God damn it," Eric muttered, stepping out and slamming the door. "What are the chances?" "Maybe it's the tree," Riley said with a nervous chuckle. "It's cursed, right, Cindy?" "Give me a break," Cindy scoffed, though she couldn't ignore the chill that crept up her spine. The wind rustled the branches, whispering secrets in a language long lost. Sin. One by one, they disappeared. First was Riley. He had wandered off to relieve himself, only for his scream to shatter the night. They searched, but all they found was his flashlight, its beam flickering in the dirt, covered in blood. No body to be found though. What could have happened to Riley? Next was Eric. He ran back to the car, determined to get it started, only for the hood to slam shut on him. When Cindy and Dana pried it open, all that remained was his bloodied wrench. Another one down. What was going on? Panic set in as Dana and Cindy pressed their backs against the car. "We need to go," Dana whispered, her breath coming in short gasps. Then, the shadows moved. Dana shrieked as something yanked her into the darkness, leaving a trail of blood behind. Her cries faded into the wind, leaving Cindy alone with Deadwood. The tree groaned as if it were alive. Cindy's heart pounded as she backed away, her mind racing. There had to be a way to end this, and the madness. Then she saw it. Carved into the bark was a name. Eleanor Winslow. The witch. The victim. The one who had cursed the land. Cindy's breath hitched as realization struck. The curse wasn't one of vengeance, it was one of suffering. Eleanor hadn't damned the town. She had bound herself to the tree in eternal torment. Trembling, Cindy pulled out her pocket knife and carved the words, "I release you." The wind howled, the earth trembled, and for a moment, she swore she saw a figure, a woman, her eyes hollow yet filled with sorrow. Then, the air stilled, the oppressive weight lifted. Cindy turned toward the car. The engine roared to life, and Eleanor Winslow was free. As Cindy drove off, she could see the tree engulfed in flames. A stain in history removed from time. Her friends, though, what had become of them? Sacrifices to a greater cause, perhaps. Cindy kept driving, never looking back.